Writer for Fox News host Tucker Carlson has resigned from the network after a CNN. Writer for Fox News host Tucker Carlson has resigned from the network after a CNN investigation uncovered his racist and sexist comments on an online message board. CNN's senior media reporter Oliver Darcy broke the story. He joins me now. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much. So tell us what you have learned about this ex-Tucker Carlson lead writer.
And just for the record, the ex-Tucker Carlson lead writer is Blake Neff.
Hey, Don. Yeah, Tucker Carlson's top writer, we found, had been posting on a message board under a pseudonym racist comments, sexist comments, frankly, comments that are too horrific to read on air to you. Largely, they use very vulgar language, and it's just shocking to read. I think if viewers go in and check it out on CNET.com, they'll be pretty stunned. But let's zoom back. What we're looking at here is the person that was helping to write the monologues of Tucker Carlson, which are seen by millions of people each night. He has the top-rated show on cable news, the top-rated show actually in cable history the last quarter. The person writing the monologues, helping Tucker Carlson shape those monologues, has been posting for years vulgar, racist, horrific comments on a secret message board. And you know what? We don't know for sure if this writer had actually written the monologues that the president has shared, but Trump does share a lot of Tucker Carlson's monologues, and according to this writer, he had recently told his alumni magazine that he writes everything that's in Tucker Carlson's teleprompter.
So I want
that right there is strange. Maybe I'm not that high up yet, but to hire somebody to write all of your monologues is a little strange, or it may not be strange. Like I said, I might not be high enough, but virtually everything that comes from Tucker Carlson came from Blake Neff. Is that strange? I don't know. It might just be me. And somebody said, who the heck is Blake Neff? So let me show y'all who Blake Neff is, and we'll go back to that because I just want to give people clarity. So I want to just go back and forth, but I want y'all to know who these people are. So this is Blake Neff, and we'll go back to that video.
And Blake Neff, has similarly decided to drop a receipt. This happened, I think, actually last week, of his actions on that day. Now, to jog your memory, he offered up a pretty strong defense of the magnificent Mikey McCoy, who he says had a quivering lip.
The shooting occurs. I am next to Mikey. Both of us hear a loud crack. We both turn. We both see Charlie, who has been shot. Both of us, I think at about the same time, realize that means there is a shooter who is on the scene. And, you just hear the crack, so you don't know, did it come from far away? Did it come from close? Is there a mass shooter unfolding right now? So I and him both had the reaction of, let's get out of here before we're both shot. That is not us abandoning Charlie. Charlie had a security team. They all leapt immediately into action, and they got Charlie out of there, which was what their job was to do. My job was not to get in the way and screw this up because, I had to be a hero. That was not my job. I remember even running past, both of us going past the SUV that we came in on, and me thinking, should I get in that car? And then thinking, no, that's a really stupid thing to do. And then I kept going. So I was not with Mikey, or I don't remember being with him. I think I was ahead of him.
So all of this is a lie. That's just a little bit more to talk about. All this, what he's saying, is a lie, and because he was on another interview and literally said the totally opposite. So we'll play that. So we got a lot to talk about. So make sure everybody hit the like button because we have a lot to talk about this loser Blake Neff.
As we left, and then we get out, and I run for can't have been more than 15 or 20 seconds. And then I realized there hasn't been another shot, so the shooter has likely been detained or stopped or something, not in immediate danger.
What up, Arthur? What up?
I pause, I look around me, and I see Mikey there. And I will never forget what I saw, because I've seen Mikey almost every day for the past 2 years. I know his personality very well. He's a very bubbly guy. He's a very happy guy almost all of the time. And I'll never forget what I saw, because it was clear in the moment that he was profoundly freaked out.
And he has a tendency to say, I will never forget what I saw. Keep that in mind. He loves saying, I will never forget what I saw. That's something that he loves to say. But then he turns around and forgot what he saw in the next interview.
What I'll always remember is the way his lip was quivering, which I'd never seen before. And you very rarely see from someone that he was freaking out. And then I think he literally said to me, I might be imagining this, but I think what he literally said was, he was looking around, and then he says, I need to call Erica. And then he takes his phone and he begins calling Erica. And I don't want to disclose how that call unfolded, but he did that. Your mind extends all of this, but that is happening within a minute of all of this occurring. I remember he calls Erica. Around the same time, I pull out my phone and I call my mom just to say, Mom, there's been a shooting. You're going to see it on the news.
I'm sorry, what grown-ass man calls his mom during a shooting? Like, what kind of mess is that? What is that? You call your mom? How old are you? 17? This dude is a weirdo. But this whole show is to confirm that we found out that he's a weirdo.
I'm okay. Pray for me. I've got to go. And I remember that call. And around the time I put that phone away, and then he immediately calls his dad. He calls Rob McCoy, and he says, Dad, someone shot Charlie. You need to call all of your pastor friends. Charlie was hit. We need everyone to pray right now. And that's what he told him. And I guess it's very disgusting for me as someone who witnessed this, who saw Mikey hugely distressed and then step up in the moment, because after that call was over, I saw Mikey get total mastery of himself.
It's every adjective I ever knew and more. Or rather, put some time markers here on how long the phone call was between Mikey and Erica, right? Because he drops a receipt on X. He's having a back forth spat with somebody on X a few days ago or a week ago. I don't remember. And he decides to drop his call log with his mom, or rather a screenshot of the call that he had with his mom. Now, remember, Blake is in Arizona now, so this is going to say 11:24. It's supposed to be obviously 12:24 Utah time. We can show you that. You can see he calls his mom, and the call is 45 seconds long, and the call begins at 11:24. So a story that he tells us is he's running for 20, 30 seconds, however long he said there. This is not long. He stops, catches his breath. He sees Mikey. Mikey's got a quivering lip. Mikey looks at him and he says, I've got to call Erica. And he says, Mikey calls Erica, and then I call my mom. And when he terminates the phone call with his mom, he says, Mikey then called his dad, right? That's the next thing that happens. It's a very short phone call, right? That allows.
And I'm about to blow this whole thing up and show you that Blake is a liar. Andrew Covid is a liar. Mikey McCoy is a liar. Tyler Bowyer is a liar. All of them are liars, and is even worse than you think.
Us to at least get a sense of how this ran, because he's now confirming he called her first. Charlie was shot at 12:23, right? So these are back-to-back phone calls. It actually, if it happened this quickly with this receipt, it's possible that Rob McCoy did think he was the first person that was called, because Rob McCoy is getting called at 12:24 or 12:25. This is all happening within 2 minutes, right? These phone calls are flying within 2 minutes, right? That means when he terminates that call, it's what, 12? When you start a phone call, Mark, you can chime in here to mansplain if you know.
Everybody drop Go Max in the chat. Everybody drop Go Max in the chat. Everybody drop Go Max in the chat. So now let me tell you what he said another time.
Charlie's left when it happened, and it was just.
So right here, looks like right after let's just see. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
To Charlie's left when it happened, and it was just. It's one of those moments that'll crystallize in your mind forever. You hear the pop, and it's not.
There he goes again. It's a moment that will crystallize in my mind forever. He keeps saying, I remember it like it was yesterday. I will never forget this. But then he turns around and says something totally different in the next interview that he does. So how is it crystallizing in your mind when it's not crystallized in your mind, sir? See, people say all these little extra adjectives because they're lying. If you ask me where I went, I say, I went to the store, I went to the club, I went to the strip club, I went here, I went there. I'm not going to give you a lot of adjectives. I'm not going to give you a lot of details, especially as a man, because we don't speak like that. But when I start adding adjectives, extra events, extra details, it's because I'm trying to talk you into believing me. Men do not say words like, I will never forget me seeing his lips quivering. Men don't look at other men's lips unless they're gay. Men don't say, it crystallized in my mind, because we just tell you what happened because we don't care if you believe us or not. It's the guy that needs you to believe what they're saying that says all this stupid stuff. So these are examples of a man lying.
Completely clear immediately what it is. But then I looked to my right and I saw immediately what it was. And
here we go again. I looked to my right and I immediately knew what it was. You didn't see nothing, sir.
But then I looked to my right and I saw immediately what it was, and I'll never forget it.
Did it seem surreal in the sense? Did it seem?
Here we go. I'll never forget it.
Like Butler? Did it seem like everyone sort of scatters, or was it just kind of as confusing as it sounds?
It was definitely confusing, but it was also, it was, how to describe it? It was clear what had happened. There was only one shot. We all immediately saw what had happened. You were correct. The security got him immediately, got him into the car immediately, got him out immediately. They could not have done their job on that front any better. And then at that point, it was, what do we do? And I know on my end, I think the first thing I did was I sent a message to, I opened Telegram and I went to our.
Here we go. This is the lie. Yeah, he looked to his right and ran like a bitch. Exactly. This is when he's about to lie right here. Remember what he said in the other interview. This is when he lies.
Did was I sent a message to, I opened Telegram and I went to our Turning Point thing and I said, lockdown Turning Point. I imagined they'd already seen it too, but I just said, lock it down. Something happened. Do it.
What does lockdown Turning Point mean? You send the telegram in this message, in this interview, but in the other interview, you said you were hanging out with Mike McCoy and the amazing Mikey McCoy. And then you called your mom like a bitch. And then you watched him call his dad. But now you're saying you hit them on Telegram and said, lock it down. Like, lock what down? What the hell does that mean? Lock it down. Lock what down? Like, what are you talking about? It's all a lie. Talking about lock it down. Lock what down? What are you talking about?
And, I think the first thing I did was I sent a message to, I opened Telegram and I went to our Turning Point thing and I said, lockdown Turning Point. I imagined they'd already seen it too, but I just said, lock it down. Something happened. Do it right ASAP. And then I'll be honest, I called my mom because I didn't know if there would be anyone else out there, if anything else would happen. So I just called my mom and said immediately, I can't say more, but Mom, Charlie got shot. I love you. I have to go. And then from there, I met up with some other members of the team. We got to the hospital within, I'd say, about 25 minutes or so. And the rest of the day unfolded from there.
Hold on. Check this out. The one dude got caught up asking young boys at Turning Point out after events. I got that also. I have ex Turning Point employees, females, who were there in 2016 when they were in high school. See, the secret that nobody at Turning Point wants to divulge is they did not start off speaking at colleges. They were speaking and having events at high schools. They had high school students at parties, 17-year-old students at parties. And I got it all. I got it all.
Staff, we made the decision that we wanted to address this head on because, you know, candidly, there's so much intrigue, and I'm gonna do a generous thing. The intrigue is because people care about Charlie. Okay, so that part I understand.
You're more generous than I'd be.
Yes, and that's fine. And I am going to give you the floor here now, Blake, because you were there and you actually interacted with Mikey. You were with Mikey. You left the scene and then connected with Mikey. So explain what the video is.
All right, I'm not going to
set the scene.
I'm not going.
All right, before we keep going, we got to get the likes up. We got 800 people watching. Can y'all please hit the thumbs up button? Everybody watching, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. And let's at least get the 600 likes if we could, please. And thank you. And thank you to the people who have already hit the like button, but make sure to hit the like button. Let's get the likes up because that's how the video gets into the algorithm. Make sure to hit the like button.
I'm going to wallow in it at length, but people have, it's gone viral and people have asked us to address it. And we're going to do so briefly. The video, without going way into it, is by, I can't even remember the guy's name. Someone made a video that is attacking Mikey, Charlie's friend, Charlie's chief of staff, a guy all of us know, a guy who we've seen on the show here the last few weeks. They are attacking him, claiming, based on a few seconds of clips, that he allegedly has like a nonchalant or calm reaction to Charlie's murder. And I'm just going to be blunt about this. This is a extremely disgusting attack. And I can speak to that because I was there when it happened.
This freaking dork is saying this is an extremely disgusting attack. He's not talking about the attack on Charlie. He's talking about the attack on him. I want you to think about what this dweeb is saying. This is an extremely disgusting attack. He's talking about on him. He's getting upset about him being ridiculed. But he doesn't care anything about the fact that his friend is dead and he didn't help. He ran off like a bitch. That is an extremely disgusting attack, sir. When your friend is laying there dying and your bitch ass ran off with Mikey. Well, Mikey walked off, which is even worse, and got on the phone. An extremely disgusting attack? You're an extremely disgusting person.
Murder. And I'm just going to be blunt about this. This is a extremely disgusting attack. And I can speak to that because I was there when it happened and I was next to Mikey when it happened.
I was there.
And what I can say is, I can't say every single thing that happened, but I want to talk about this specific narrow thing. That the shooting occurs. I am next to Mikey.
Your barber. You need to go to your barber and say, this is an extremely disgusting attack. The next time you go to your barber, you need to accuse him of the disgusting attack to your hairline.
Both of us hear a loud crack. We both turn. We both see Charlie, who has been shot. Both of us, I think at about the same time, realize that that means there is a shooter who is on the scene. And, you know, you just hear the crack, so you don't know, did it come from far away? Did it come from close? Is there a mass shooter unfolding right now? So I and him both had the reaction of, let's get out of here before we're both shot. That is not.
And Mikey just walks away. He got on the phone and says, done. It's done.
Not us abandoning Charlie. Charlie had a security team. They all leapt immediately into action. and they got Charlie out of there, which was what their job was to do. My job was not to get in the way and screw this up because like I had to be a hero. That was not my job. I remember even running past, both of us going past the
That's a lie. Both of y'all weren't going past the SUV because you were running and Mikey McCoy was walking. And I'm sure we've all seen Mikey McCoy walking with his backpack on by himself. So that's a lie also, you dweeb. All of it is a lie. You are not walking or running with Mikey McCoy because we were able to see Mikey McCoy walk all the way out to the parking lot by himself. You were nowhere to be found, sir. You're lying.
SUV that we came in on, and me thinking, should I get in that car? And then thinking, no, that's a really stupid thing to do. And then I kept going. So I was not with Mikey, or I don't remember being with him. I think I was ahead of him as we left. And
okay, that's true. You was ahead of him because you ran and he walked.
We get out, and I run for, can't have been more than 15 or 20 seconds. And then I realized there hasn't been another shot, so the shooter has likely been detained or stopped or something, not in immediate danger. I pause, I look around me, and I see Mikey. And I see Mikey there. And truthfully, I will never forget what I saw, because I've seen Mikey almost every day for the past 2 years. I know his personality very well. He's a very bubbly guy. He's a
bubbly guy. Okay. I didn't see not one bubble when he walked away from his friend, gasping for air, choking on you know what, laying on the ground or laying on an equipment case. He wasn't bubbly that day, sir.
Happy guy almost all of the time. And I'll never forget what I saw, because it was clear in the moment that he was profoundly freaked out. What I'll always remember is the way his lip was quivering, which I'd never seen before. And you very rarely see from someone that he was
so gay, just so gay,
freaking out. And then I think he literally said to me, I might be imagining this, but I think what he literally said was, he was looking around, and then he says, I need to call Erica. And then he takes his phone and he begins calling Erica. And I don't want to disclose how that call unfolded, but he did that. Your mind extends all of this, but that is happening within a minute of all of this occurring. I remember he calls Erica. Around the same time, I pull out my phone and I call my mom just to say, Mom, there's been a shooting. You're going to see it on the news. I'm okay.
Because you're a bitch. All right, so let me read these super chats real quick. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. So thank you, Christine, for becoming a new member. Thank you for the super sticker, Shell Rose. Shout out to Get Stuffed 5705. They chose the date of the debate for Candace's husband's birthday. Oh, really? I didn't know that. They chose the date of the debate for Candace's husband's birthday? You know darn well, I don't know. Candace probably wouldn't even care about his birthday because Charlie is, I don't know. That's interesting. They chose the date of the debate on Candace Owens' husband's birthday? Erica doesn't believe in coincidence. Why should we? Go Max, Candace. We love you. Yes, we definitely love Candace. That's an interesting thought, though. Thank you for the super sticker, Shell Rose. I appreciate you. All right, let's keep going. All right, so we have an understanding of him lying. Now let's go into him.
News host Tucker Carlson has resigned from the network after a CNN investigation uncovered his racist and sexist comments on an online message board. CNN's senior media reporter Oliver Darcy broke the story. He joins me now. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much. So tell us what you have learned about this ex-Tucker Carlson lead writer.
Hey, Don. Tucker Carlson's top writer we found had been posting on a message board under a pseudonym racist comments, sexist comments, frankly, comments that are too horrific to read on air to you. Largely, they use very vulgar language, and it's just shocking to read. I think if viewers go in and check it out on CNET.com, they'll be pretty stunned. But let's zoom back. What we're looking at here is the person that was helping to write the monologues of Tucker Carlson, which are seen by millions of people each night. He has the top-rated show on cable news, the top-rated show actually in cable history the last quarter. The person writing the monologues, helping Tucker Carlson shape those monologues, has been posting for years vulgar, racist, horrific comments on a secret message board. And you know what? We don't know for sure if this writer had actually written the monologues that the president has shared, but Trump does share a lot of Tucker Carlson's monologues, and according to this writer, he had recently told his alumni magazine that he writes everything that's in Tucker Carlson's teleprompter.
So I want to read one of the comments. You said some of them are too horrific, but one of the comments that you uncovered in your investigation on a post from this past June, okay, you wrote, "Black dudes staying inside playing Call of Duty is probably one of the biggest factors keeping crime down." That is bad enough, and then it got worse, correct?
It got a lot worse, Don. I mean, frankly, that's a disgusting comment, but if you go and look at the story, you'll see things, again, that we just can't repeat on air. This was behavior that was occurring over the past few years, but also as recently as this week. I think the first example in our story that we cite was from this week. And so
someone said, how do I make a super chat? You can drop your comment in the super chat. If you scroll down, you'll see a little $sign. Click the $sign and it will show you can pay 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 for a super chat, and I'll read your super chat. So everybody in the chat, I guess some of y'all may not know what a super chat is. You can put color behind your words and I will stop the live like right here and read your super chat, or like right here. So if you want me to read whatever you have to say on the stream, just drop it in the super chat, and depending on how much money you spend on the super chat, it will be a particular color. So it could be yellow, it could be red. Red is like 50, burgundy is for 100, and yellow is for 10. So that's how the super chats work, because there's a lot of comments and I'm not able to read the comments. So yeah, if y'all want me to read your comment, put it in the super chat.
Ticking together, it paints a picture of this person, again, who's one of the top writers at Fox News. He writes the scripts for the top show on the channel, has been engaged in some pretty disturbing behavior on his spare time under the pseudonym that we uncovered to be him.
Oliver, talk to me about what Fox and Neff are saying about your investigation, because it's not as if they haven't been under fire already for the kinds of things Tucker says on his broadcasts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, so Fox News only said that this person had resigned. They didn't talk any further about it. They didn't release any other statement. That was all they said. A spokesperson for the network told me earlier today that Tucker Carlson could not be reached for comments. Tucker himself did not directly address this on his program tonight, but he did do a segment about cancel culture and seemed to allude to the story, saying that CNN in particular apparently is a force of cancel culture that's, I guess apparently in his eyes, not good for society.
So according to what they're saying, first I want to say two different things. One, I want to say this. In the video I'm about to play next, you're going to hear Frank Turek say, "How dare you second guess Charlie's choices in staff members?" Because according to Candace and everybody else, y'all are saying that Charlie Kirk hired a whole bunch of blibbering idiots. Why would you say that about Charlie? The answer to that is Charlie was not the hiring manager. The CEO does not hire people, stupid. The COO, the chief operations officer, is who hires people. And who's the chief operations officer? Tyler Bowyer, the king of the degenerates. So here's the video right here.
The night before Charlie was murdered, and I'm not just saying this, but I went into his office. This was after we had a meeting. You were in the meeting, Blake, me, you, Charlie, and some other folks. And he was going to dinner, and he said, "Hey, you're going to dinner with Blake and and Danny. He said, Blake is my secret weapon. He's the smartest man I know. And
he's the smartest man do you see how they always just prop each other up? I got to give them credit, to be honest with you. They always call each other the amazing Mikey McCoy. Charlie Kirk had Superman bones. And now he's saying Blake Neff, who is a racist, apparently, is the smartest man I know. Like, why do all these people have all these crazy adjectives attached to their damn name?
And I'm not just saying this, but I went into his office. This was after we had a meeting. You were in the meeting, Blake, me, you, Charlie, and some other folks. And he was going to dinner. And he said, hey, you're going to dinner with Blake and Danny. He said, Blake is my secret weapon. He's the smartest man I know. And he loved you. And for anybody to suggest, whether it's Candace Owens or any other person within TPUSA was somehow complicit in his murder, is to say that Charlie Kirk was such a bad judge of character that he put a bunch of traitors around him. If there's anything I knew about Charlie Kirk, is he knew how to spot talent and integrity and people that wanted to make a difference for the Lord and the country. Charlie was brilliant at that. It takes a lot more faith to believe that Charlie didn't know who his friends were and picked all the wrong people to surround him, to build an organization that came from nothing to the most powerful conservative organization in the country.
Well, the reason why is there's a small possibility that Charlie was doing the same shit that everybody else was doing. I don't know. I don't know Charlie. But could that be a possibility? If I surround myself, because y'all got to understand, Tyler Bowyer is a terrible person. And Tyler Bowyer is the person who hired everybody. Tyler Bowyer is the longest tenured employee at Turning Point USA. And he had Tyler Bowyer hire everybody else. So there's a so let me just ask y'all, is it fair for me to say that if Charlie Kirk hired all of these degenerate, idiotic, racist idiots, am I wrong by saying that Charlie Kirk was possibly just like them? He was doing the same stuff that they were doing? What do y'all think? Because that's the only thing I can think of. Because every single person on this staff, they're all idiots. They're all degenerates. They all have dirt on their names. They all got bought out by IHOP. So what do you say to this? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I didn't know none of these people personally. All I could do is go by what I've, uncovered.
I mean, in 13 years, he built it, and it was big before 13 years. He really got it moving in about 7 or 8 years later. It strains credulity to suggest that people within that organization, people that he handpicked himself, somehow murdered him. If you're going to suggest that, you better have a lot of evidence, and I have seen none of it. It's.
Hey, I need you to calm down. Because when Charlie Kirk was hit, your ass was crawling around on the ground like a bitch. So don't raise your voice now, because when things were going down, you was crawling around on the ground. So I need you to calm your little old ass down, sir.
It's unconscionable that anyone would say this without evidence. You can slander You can say what if. You can have all sorts of innuendos and insinuations. That's not evidence. You can have dreams. You can have hunches. You can have vibes. That is not evidence.
Yeah.
No court.
Thank you so
no
much,
court
Frank.
would say that's evidence. I'm sorry, Blake.
We have to leave radio here for a second, but we're.
I bet y'all had a lot of hunches at them colleges, huh? Huh? How many hunches did y'all have at those colleges? How many hunches did y'all have at those high schools? I bet y'all had a lot of hunches. Y'all love hunches, especially at them little colleges, right? Some of y'all was having the hunches with the boys. Y'all love having hunches, don't y'all? That's why y'all in this situation now, because of all of your hunches. Need you to calm down, sir.
That's not evidence. You can have dreams. You can have hunches. You can have vibes.
No, y'all are having the hunches, not us. Y'all having the hunches at the colleges.
That is not evidence.
Yeah.
No court.
Thank you so much,
Frank.
Frank.
Would say that's evidence. I'm sorry, Blake.
We have to leave radio here for.
Look, Blake is like, yo, calm down
For a second, but we're going to go through the break and we want to continue our conversation. We'll be right back. Right, we're back, Frank, and thank you so much for that. It means a great deal. Charlie meant so much to all of us, and that's made so much of what we hear so painful, so raw. It remains raw and painful. It's Andrew's talked about on this show.
Oh, so y'all was having raw hunches at the college? Oh, that's even worse. Raw hunches is worse than just protected hunches.
Show, he thinks about Charlie every day when he gets up, and he thinks about him every night when he goes to bed. And
oh my God, here we go again. How do you know what another man is thinking, sir, before they go to bed? Is that another hunch? What is wrong with you weirdos?
Every day when he gets up and he thinks about him.
Who is
Remains
he?
raw and painful. It's Andrew's talked about on this show. He thinks about Charlie every day when he gets up, and he thinks about him every night when he goes to bed. And
I don't think about my own kids when I wake up and when I go to bed. You thinking about a man every time you wake up and every time you go to bed? Why? I'm so confused. Is that a hunch? Is that another one of your hunches?
he looms large in all of our heads and all of our hearts, and I suspect he will for the rest of our lives. And I wanted to take a chance to talk about this. So, Charlie did get the chance to finish Stop in the Name of God.
Oh my God. Here we go with the fake book. Here we go with the book. Oh, by the way, buy his new fake book that we just made with AI after Charlie died. We ran out of t-shirts to sell. Now we came up with an AI book that we put Charlie's face on so we can make more money. They made $80 million in 3 days after Charlie Kirk died off of t-shirts. And now, hey, buy my new book. You guys are ingrates. You guys are disgusting. This man was just like yelling at everybody. Listen to this. Watch this.
None of it. It's unconscionable that anyone would say this without evidence.
He's doing all that shit talking, right? And all of a sudden, hey, buy Charlie's book.
Just before the tragedy, we're
Yo. Yo. That man was literally yelling at us, talking shit about us, spitting at the camera. It's unconscionable. How dare you? And all of a sudden, here comes Blake Neff. Hey, and by the way, buy this book that we just made up and put Charlie Kirk's face on it. You guys are idiots.
Extremely happy that he did that. And it's out next, I believe on the 9th, next Tuesday. Every book comes out on a Tuesday for some reason. And I know you're one of the pastors he was closest to.
Oh, look, he has a book in his hand. How you were just so angry and calling us the son of the devil, and now you want to push the book. Everybody say fake and gay. This is fake and gay.
Yeah, there you do. You got your advanced copy.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought I'd ask you, throw out to you, if you could talk about what the...
It's an AI book. It's not an advanced copy. You stuck it in the AI damn engine and it spit out a book, and you put Charlie Kirk's face on it because you guys have no integrity.
Sabbath means, and if you had any funny interactions with Charlie about his own relationship with the Sabbath, I'm sure he had that conversation with you.
Well, yeah, Charlie was wanting to keep the Sabbath, not necessarily because he thought it was an obligation, but because he thought it was a fabulous idea that helped him recharge every week and refocus back on God and his family. He would take, as you know, Blake, he would take his cell phone, turn it off, put it in a drawer, and...
Oh, shut up.
Let's the reader decide.
Reject the way of lies. Lies.
Yeah,
are...
Proverbs 6, the high priest had...
Frank, you were in the break for the radio people. You were setting up how we were talking about truth and untruth and lies, and you're...
That's hilarious. He was talking about truth and untruth and lies. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about the 17-year-olds. The plot thickens. Let's go.
Point employees are contacting me, a lot of them, okay? And I am not like...
So check this out, y'all.
Also, Turning Point employees are contacting me, a lot of them, okay? And I am not liking what I am hearing from them about things that took place leading up to that Hamptons event, some changes at the organization in the months leading up to that event, and what had been happening more broadly at the company over the last year. Speaking of which, Bill Ackman, you may have caught that he responded to me about the Hamptons with a lot of words to really...
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody.
When you're looking at his screenshot there, is that...
Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Here we go.
And I want to be clear, I am not done, okay? I'm coming for everybody. Charlie Kirk's death is really just a beginning.
I've tried to record this like 7 times and it's just not working, so I'm just going to say what I have to say, and if it lands in the right hands, whatever. My name is Amanda. I worked for Turning Point USA and Charlie Kirk for 4 years. One of those years, I was a donor relations officer in Phoenix, Arizona, and that means is I worked with all the donors within a certain region for all of Turning Point's assets. So Turning Point Action, Turning Point Academy, Turning Point USA, Faith, Blexit, podcasting, everything. When I saw Candace Owens' comment this morning, granted, I am not a Candace Owens fan, personally, and that comment, I felt like I had to say something. What I did for Turning Point USA within that department was some of the most... I can't even begin to describe it, because the people that I felt like I was working for were not... They were horrible. I mean, like, it was just some of the worst times ever.
Y'all hear that, right? See, the thing about it is, whatever you do in the dark is always going to come to the light. And she's literally saying Turning Point USA itself was horrific. Not even one person. She's saying the culture of Turning Point USA. She's saying everybody walking around was disgusting. She's not even saying Blake Neff did this, Tyler Bowyer did. Nope. She said the entire environment was disgusting. Just keep that in mind.
And I was working for such an amazing, brilliant idea of an organization. And to...
Wait, she said she thought. She didn't say she was.
Times ever. And I was working for such an amazing, brilliant idea of an organization, and to see it for what it really was behind the scenes and how what makes it Turning Point, which is money. I mean, I'm sorry, but it is. That's how it works in the nonprofit world. It took me so much towards the end not to tell donors to take their money elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. Y'all hear that, right?
That was the first time I've said that out loud. And I'm so proud of myself for being able to come out of that organization and be who I am today. And I hope that all of my amazing, brilliant friends that I know that are still there are able to find their moment to move on. Gosh, the people that are behind it all are just like the worst of the worst.
Y'all hear that, right? This isn't just conjecture. This isn't just opinion. Everything I've ever heard about Turning Point USA has been not just negative, but disgusting. Because a lot of those men, the higher ups, were the students, according to everything that I've heard. They were fucking.
I don't take things personally. This is not a personal vendetta. I just know there are serious backings to whatever her claim is. I've seen it. I know the disgust and the terrible things that go on. So anyway, just leaving this here for people to find and see what they think. But all in all, stop watching the news. Stop paying attention to people who just don't matter in your life. Focus on your family, your friends, your loved ones. Get out of the political world. It's not real. None of it is real. But yeah, love the Lord. Love the Lord. Love the Lord. Amen. We are back. I'm going to try my best here to get through as many things as possible. If you're watching this, chances are you saw my last one. My name is Amanda. I am a former donor relations officer for Turning Point USA. I worked for Turning Point and Charlie for 4 years. There are some things I wanted to touch on. Charlie. He was incredible at what he did because he was able to do it without having the distraction of the business. He delegated a lot. And there were some things that were definitely going on that I do not believe that he knew about. You've probably noticed there aren't a lot of Turning Point employees coming on the internet and talking about it. It's insane. The fear and just, there are so many of us who have so many stories and so many things to say, but they make you sign everything and anything under the sun. That is why I was so vague. A lot of people were talking about, well, just say what you have to say. Why are you talking like that? Because I can't. I cannot. They are not above suing someone for a video.
So just in case you're wondering why she's not name calling and saying particular people, that's the reason why. She's under an NDA, and her being young, like a lawsuit by a big company like that would literally have her homeless. So, she's a kid, or, she's young. So I don't want to say she's a kid, but she can't afford no damn lawsuit. So just in case you're wondering why she's not saying a particular person's name, it's because Turning Point USA would ruin her life. That's how disgusting they are.
So many stories and so many things to say, but they make you sign everything and anything under the sun. That is why I was so vague. A lot of people were talking about, well, just say what you have to say. Why are you talking like that? Because I can't. I cannot. They are not above suing someone for a video that gets whatever views on TikTok. I was not fired. That was another one that people said a lot. Oh, she had to have been fired. I left on very reasonable terms after seeing what I saw and knowing what I knew. I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't be there in that environment with the people who were just... Ugh. Some people wanted proof that I worked there. I dropped the other two on the floor, but staff badges up the yin yang, and I can put some pictures if that does any justice. But I just want everybody to know who's on this side of TikTok, if you're going down a rabbit hole, just do yourself a favor and don't. There are so many amazing things in this world, and there is no need for you to spend the amount of time and energy that you are potentially spending on this, digging into these things that don't necessarily affect you. And I'm not saying that they affect me either. I've stayed so far out of this up until this point, and there is a reason for that. The
anxiety and stress and depression that comes from just being in a world of such deception and lies and deceit, it will put a toll on you. I'm saying that after being in it for.
Now, do y'all see why I talk about this? I always say this is bigger than Charlie Kirk. This is bigger than Candace Owens. This is about young women being SA'd, taken advantage of, manipulated, treated badly. And I'm totally against all of that. I have daughters. I hate when I hear adults take advantage of young women. And you got to remember, she was with Turning Point USA for 4 years. You can look at her. She's probably 20, maybe 22. So most likely she was a teenager when she first started work for Turning Point. I'm not going to say she was 17, but I think she was 17 because I think I heard her say 17, but she may not have been.
4 years every single day. Just be vigilant, be safe, know when you're going in the right direction, and know when to stop. I hope you all are having an amazing day. I love you all so much, and I don't even know you. Anybody who wished me safety and protection, I'm praying for you as well. Focus.
Everybody hit the like button.
His love, spread love and light. Yeah. Bye.
Point about covering up for a child's sex ring. Let me tell you a story about when I was 17.
So this particular woman is saying something even more heinous. She's saying a tadpole traffic light ring. She said it, not me. She said it, not me. She said a tadpole traffic light ring. This is even worse.
Yeah. Bye.
Point about covering up for a child's sex ring. Let me tell you a story about when I was 17 at CPAC.
Okay.
So
Wow.
when so when I was 17, I had like never drank before. I wasn't a cool kid. I didn't go to parties. I was kind of awkward. And so I go to CPAC and I'm a high schooler. Turning Point brings all these like high school and college students and not like super monitored. And there's these politicians and there's these media figures and all of these adults who said like have access to these college and high school kids. So me and two other girls, they were in college. We got invited to a party. And so I'm 17. We go to this party and it's in like a penthouse suite, like way up fancy and near a hotel. And
now you're going to see how what she's saying sounds exactly like what Diddy was doing when he was inviting women up to the Diddy parties. So was Turning Point literally a reincarnation of Diddy parties, like a white version of Diddy parties?
And this was like a you turn in your phone kind of party.
Whoa.
So
just like with the Diddy parties, put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember all the stories about the Diddy parties. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember all the stories about the Diddy parties. So you got a black community type of thing, and now you got a white community type of thing. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember all the Diddy party stories. It's the same thing. Young girls go to the Diddy parties, you got to turn in your phone. And next thing you know, you drinking and you ain't got no business being there.
You at the door, there's like a bouncer, turn in your phone, like go inside. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm at a party. Like, wow. And there was at least one senator there. There was
like
several people you'd recognize from Fox News. And then just other people that I didn't know who were just probably within that world. And there were not like other young people there. Like, this wasn't like a party thrown for minors or for college kids.
Interesting.
So what haunts me to this day is that, in retrospect, none of them even bat an eye at a 17-year-old being there. That was not, like, that did not raise, like, they let me in. Like, I was clearly not, like, old enough to be around alcohol and certain drugs. Like, that was not.
You could barely get into a rated R movie at 17.
All right, y'all. Let's get these likes. Let's get these likes up. We almost had 2,000 people.
Everybody, everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
Like, you were.
Thank you. And so I won't go into like too many details, but like, this was clearly not the first time that they'd seen like a 17-year-old. So I truly believe when everything on the right that they accuse people of is an admission.
And there's more. It's sad that it's
tonight, and
so this woman went to a TS Turning Point Faith event.
So I went to a TPUSA Faith event tonight, and I want to talk about it. Thinking that I was going to enjoy myself and learn things because TPUSA is obviously a conservative faith-based foundation, or so I thought. I thought I was going to be informed about politics stemming like strictly from biblical principles, and that's not my experience. So right off the bat, the speaker comes up, and like before he even gets into preaching or talking about politics, he begins by calling out Candace Owens and saying that
y'all see this? These young people are going to church to get the word. And what happens? They start talking shit about Candace Owens. They start talking shit about how IHOP is better than America instead of the word. It's all disgusting. From Turning Point USA to Turning Point USA Faith, it's all the same thing. This company needs to be like, well, I don't want to say nothing crazy, but
she is evil and anti-Semitic, and what she's doing is evil. I immediately wanted to leave. I didn't want to be there any longer listening to this nonsense, because right off the bat, I know that that's just...
Watch why she couldn't leave.
And the only reason I didn't leave is because on the way in, I basically got, like, security checked, like, 5 times, because there was armed men, like, standing everywhere in front of me. They were very suspicious of me. Like, I don't know.
So she didn't feel comfortable leaving because of all of the armed guards. Why are there armed guards at a church? Do you see the manipulation even with the armed guards?
There was also an armed man on stage, like hand on his gun. Like, the security was everywhere. And I was like,
shout out to QT, I guess that Q Therapy. Turning Point employee worked in horrible Turning Point. Erica Kirk got there. Oh yeah. I think I got that too. When well, she been there, but yeah, we'll talk about that.
Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but it just didn't feel right. So I'm in this church and I'm listening to this TPUSA like speaker go on and on about Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, and how they're evil and anti-Semitic, and he basically indirectly is saying we should support Israel because Jesus was a Jew and we wouldn't have Christianity without Judaism, and blah blah blah. Obviously, I disagree with that. What they're doing in Israel is evil, and they're so corrupt, it's insane. And telling Christians that they should be supporting this evil doing because these people are Jewish, and if you don't, you're anti-Semitic, like, it's wrong. And also, I don't think Charlie Kirk would stand for that. We know, as, like, the weeks before his passing, he was starting to call out Israel and question Israel. And Candace Owens was his best friend.
Right.
Like, what? So then he goes on and he starts preaching. But the way he was preaching, it wasn't really preaching. He was just literally calling like the left names. He called the left idiots. He called them freaks. He called them it didn't feel right. And my thought process is, would Jesus be doing this? Is this biblical teaching? Like, you're calling people that we disagree with as Christians all these names and loser, idiot, freak. Really? Because last time I checked, Jesus ate with sinners. He ate with prostitutes. So you're spreading hate, literally, and that's not what God stands for. He's preaching to people whilst spreading hate. And these people are absorbing this information. These teenagers, these young people are absorbing this information, thinking that this is okay. This is a leader. This is someone put on our stage teaching us this. This is the future generation of Christians. Do we really want to be more divided? Like, oh, we're just going to hate on the left because we disagree with them. We're not going to share the Bible with them. We're not going to, like, help them because we think that they're lost. We're just going to call them losers and freaks and make fun of them and laugh it off. It was quite disgusting, and I'm not pleased at all. So basically, I didn't learn a thing.
Do y'all see how multiple women are using the word disgusting? Multiple women are using the word disgusting when it comes to Turning Point USA.
He spent the entire time talking about liberals and how they're stupid and blah, 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 and like how men shouldn't be in women's locker rooms and women's sports. And I'm like, I'm thinking we have more important things to talk about as Christians in this nation than things that we see plastered all over online. Like, yeah, we all know. We know that men shouldn't be in women's sports. We know that they shouldn't be in women's bathrooms. That's not the most important topic, okay?
Trying to ambush Candace Owens. So let's talk about Blake Neff. Let's get back on subject with Blake Neff. Just add a little context. Here's another Turning Point USA employee right here.
My name is Joshua Peterson. I worked for Turning Point USA and Turning Point USA Faith, and I knew Charlie Kirk personally. I want to say on the record that there was a inner circle at Turning Point USA that was constantly working against Charlie and his interests and what he wanted to do, as well as there was a Jewish influence in Turning Point that he was not very fond of, that he wanted to get rid of. He tried doing this, he tried creating a Doge department, and he gets assassinated. Another thing that makes me believe this inner circle was constantly working against Charlie was because of the fact that he had a whole entire branch of Turning Point that he had no idea about, and that was the stock market branch. Now, the thing about this branch is it's been getting millions of dollars poured into it over the past 4 years now, and that's been seen through their latest tax returns, which were also filed late, which was weird, but that's not a topic for another time. This stock market group that Turning Point has been throwing millions of dollars into the stock market for the past 4 years now, and Charlie Kirk had no knowledge of that whatsoever. Now, if you also look into it a little bit deeper, if you look at the staff on that branch specifically, it says zero. It says there's nobody employed in that branch, yet they're pouring $5 million into funds for employees. Make it make sense. That sounds like money laundering to me. It sounds like there's some pyramid scheme going on behind the scenes at Turning Point that Charlie did not know about originally, and I think that he was planning to expose that, and that's ultimately what got him killed.
Candace has mentioned several times that the ball is in our court. So here's what is going to happen. In the near future, there will be a live stream here in Phoenix where we address in a clear and comprehensive way the claims and accusations, the false accusations that have been made against Charlie's family, friends, and the people here at Turning Point. We plan to walk through everything carefully and thoroughly. If Candace is available, we would sincerely welcome her participation in that live stream at our studio here in Phoenix.
And I want to share something that the ladies are sharing with me in the Scooby-Doo chat. Shout out to the Scooby-Doo mystery team. We're going to come back to this, but we're on the same subject. What he's saying is he wants to invite Candace Owens out to debate them on George Farmer's birthday. Candace's husband, I think. What's Candace's husband's name? Yeah, George Farmer. I just wanted to make sure. George Farmer is Candace Owens' husband. They want to bring Candace out on George Farmer's birthday, which I believe is December 15th or December 14th. Y'all let me know when his birthday is. Let's see. When is George Farmer's birthday? Candace Owens' husband.
George Farmer, Candace Owens' husband, was born on December 15th, 1989. He is a British-American entrepreneur.
So I want y'all to think about this. And this is right along with what they're saying. They're inviting Candace Owens out to debate with them on her husband's birthday, December 15th. And y'all don't think they're going to use that as an opportunity to unalive her on her husband's birthday? Think about that. They murked Charlie Kirk on 9/10. What's the day after 9/10? 9/11. A lot of these things are choreographed on purpose. And I'm not getting off subject. Look at this. And there's another thing. Let me take this off so y'all can see this clearly. Look at this. This is where Charlie Kirk was assassinated. It's the same shape as that. Here's another thing. What is December 15th? Does anybody want to guess what is celebrated on December 15th? Put it in the chat right now. There you go. What is celebrated on December 15th? Come on, y'all. Hanukkah. Hanukkah. All of this is a ritual. All of this is a ritual. And this is the reason why Candace Owens cannot go. It's the first day of Hanukkah. It's a it's a sacrifice. It's all a ritual. Bro, Candace Owens will lose her life if she goes to Arizona on the 15th of December. Because it's a ritual. Her husband's birthday. Just to turn the knife even farther. Just to twist the knife even farther. It's on the man's birthday. Let's keep going. I just wanted to share that with y'all. This is how disgusting these people are. My God. I'm not going to say I hate these people because I don't know these people to hate them. But these people are disgusting human beings. I will say that. They're disgusting human beings. And everybody hit a like button. Everybody hit a like button. Everybody hit a like button.
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
All right, so let's get back to this video.
At this point, we believe the ball is back in her court.
Yay! Finally, you didn't have to get through all that shade that you were throwing me to get to the point that you were willing to answer questions. questions, okay? Because that's what Charlie did for a living. He stood up on college campuses and he debated people. And he sat there principally and debated.
Hold on, y'all. It's messing up. Hold on a second.
To get to the point that you are willing to answer questions, okay? Because that's what Charlie did for a living. He stood up on college campuses and he debated people. And he sat there principally and debated people because he felt that he had the moral high ground, okay? And that if those people disagreed with him, he could bring them over to his side. You guys have been actually acting and embodying the opposite of Charlie Kirk's spirit. Okay. And you did it even in this. It was like one big character assassination. And it wasn't to me. That's what you guys don't understand. You're not attacking me. You are attacking millions of people around the world who.
So somebody said, how can one woman make so many people angry? Well, Martin Luther King made so many people angry. Charlie Kirk made so many people angry. See, when there's one person that makes so many people angry, it's because that one person makes so many other people happy and enlightened and spirited and enthralled. That's why the other people are so angry. See, Candace Owens is not making Turning Point USA angry. She's influencing us to be angry. That's how one person can make so many people angry, because it's not her making them angry. It's her influencing us to be angry. It's her power that's making them angry. It's her influence that's making people angry. Same thing with Martin Luther King. And I'm not saying Candace Owens is Martin Luther King. I'm not saying Charlie Kirk is Martin Luther King. All I'm saying is, it's always a leader that starts making them angry because they need to control us. And what happens is they start coming up with ways to set up the person that is making them angry or influencing us to be angry at them. And next thing you know, that person then ends up dying. But we're not going to let this woman die. We're not going to have it. Because the thing about it is, I personally am really tired of our leaders dying. So how about we just stop letting our leaders die? And here's an idea. How about we have a leader that doesn't die? Jesus died. Martin Luther King died. All these damn people dying. Can we have a leader that doesn't die? And I'm not saying Candace Owens is our leader. I'm not saying that. She is a leader. But sadly, when we get too close to the sun, we die.
Watched a man, an innocent man, be publicly executed, and then watched what felt very much like the state collude to feed us absolute horseshit about what took place on that day. You guys have even allowed people to inject themselves into his legacy that Charlie didn't even like. And we're supposed to believe you're doing this because you're his friend? Because you're committed to truth? You sat there and allowed the very people who pressured Charlie towards the end of his life to try to claim his whole legacy? And you're pretending we are the ones that are immoral? You're upset because you got caught lying. You're upset because you got caught with your pants down, but you cannot blame me for that, okay? These were your own errors. These were your own lies. And I was not going for a single second to let up on the pressure. In fact, I have been so strategic that I have been holding on to certain information, hoping that you would acquiesce to have a public conversation, because I want to look you in the eye and I want to challenge you to lie to me, because I care deeply about what happened to Charlie on that day.
And that's the problem right there. Let's stop right there. And I want to ask y'all a question. Do y'all think Candace Owens is crazy enough to go to Phoenix, Arizona on her husband's birthday? Yes or no in the chat. I'm going to play what she just said, and I want to ask y'all, do you think Candace is stubborn enough to go to Phoenix, Arizona on her husband's birthday to possibly get unalived on probably national television, just like Charlie Kirk was? Listen to what she just said right here.
You're upset because you got caught with your pants down, but you cannot blame me for that, okay? These were your own errors. These were your own lies. And I was not going for a single second to let up on the pressure. In fact, I have been so strategic that I have been holding on to certain information, hoping that you would acquiesce to have a public conversation because I want to look you in the eye.
That's it right there. She said, I want to look you in the eye. I think she wants to go. She said it because I want to look you in the eye. She wants to go. She wants to go. And here's another reason why I think this woman is crazy enough to go. Because I don't want her to go. This is the reason why I think she's crazy enough to go.
If something happens to me, really what I want to say.
Listen to this. It's almost like she's preparing us for the inevitable. Everybody hit the like button. 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 Listen to this. It seems like she's preparing us for the inevitable. It's like she already knows what's about to happen to her. So everybody in the chat say, I stand with Candace. Everybody in the chat say, I stand with Candace. Y'all listen to this.
Look, if something happens to me, really what I want to say to all of you guys is go Max. Like all of you, everyone, let it never end. Let it never stop. Like you be just as bold. I am telling you, it feels like when we are here on earth that this is it. Like we just get 80 years. That is not true. Okay. Your ancestors knew that there was more. We are in this simulation where they have intentionally turned us into a godless society because they want you to be fearful and they want you to exchange your soul.
I need every person in the chat say, I stand with Candace. We're not going to let this happen to her.
Because they are.
Just like she influenced us, we can influence her not to go. I'll say it again. Just like she's influencing millions of people to stand up against not only Turning Point USA, but the government, we can influence Candace Owens not to go. Everybody say, I stand with Candace in the chat.
They are of this earthly realm. You know what I mean? These are Satan's children. Obviously, these are Satan's children. And they work by making you feel fearful. And so you trade off and you go, okay, well, I just want to have money and be comfortable in this life right now. And so I'm willing to let badness happen. And I guess my kids are just going to inherit that badness and this world is just going to be run by pedophiles. And we can't do that. And that's why I say to you guys, you should be going Max right now, you know? Yeah, you have to say the truth. The frequency of truth hits harder. And we hear these demons squealing. We just hear it. Like you can feel it right now. And yeah, they are dangerous. They are dangerous. But the truth will win. And the truth is more powerful than the lie.
Doesn't that sound like she's preparing us for something, y'all? Let me know if I'm crazy. I think she's preparing to go. And then I hate this because it's like it sounds like she's willing to feed herself to the demons to save us. But we don't need to be saved. We need to be motivated. We need to be understood. We need to be heard, not saved. Because nobody is coming to save none of you. Nobody's coming to save me. We don't need to be saved. We need to be empowered. We need to be heard. We need to be inspired. But with her not being here no more, that's going to make things worse, not better. We need to stop running around wanting to be martyrs. I'm not no martyr. I don't want to die. Let's keep going.
I'm going to challenge you to lie to me because I care deeply about what happened to Charlie on that day. I don't think we're getting the truth. And I do believe that because you are not forthcoming about the information that you have about Charlie texting you guys and saying that he thought he was that very next day. Okay. The day that he died, Charlie.
See, Charlie knew the same thing about Candace, y'all. She's saying that Charlie knew that he was going to be assassinated the next day, but he still went. Why? Why?
Your own lies. And I was not going for a single second to let up on the pressure. In fact, I have been so strategic that I have been holding on to certain information, hoping that you would acquiesce to have a public conversation because I want to look you in the eye and I want to challenge you to lie to me because I care deeply about what happened to Charlie on that day. I don't think we're getting the truth. And I do believe that because you are not forthcoming about the information that you have about Charlie texting you guys and saying that he thought he was going to be assassinated that very next day. Okay. The day that he died, Charlie knew. Said he.
See, he knew it. Why did he go? I don't know what happens in the person's brain because I've never been scheduled for termination before. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. But Charlie Kirk knew he was getting scheduled for termination in December of 2024. And according to Candace, he knew he was going to die the next day. And you still went? Do y'all go if y'all know y'all going to die tomorrow? I'm not going. What is this? Can anybody explain what this is? He had faith. In what? He's dead. What does that mean? Somebody said, how can you escape the Illuminati? So y'all are saying, like, you just get tired of running? You get tired of fighting? I don't. I don't want to be a martyr. I want to leave a legacy, but I don't want to be a martyr for no damn body. I'll fight, but if I can retreat and lose the battle but win the war, I'm going to lose the battle and win the war. See, there's a battle and there's a war. You don't go into battle until you're ready. And if you're not ready, you don't go to battle because then you lose the war eventually because now you're dead. So can anybody explain to me why the hell you would go in a situation that you know you're going to not leave from? What is this? Let's see. Candace Owens responded on X for virtual and Blake uninvited Candace Owens. I'm just going by her words. It just sounds like she is preparing to quote unquote go. And I just don't like her wording. A Peach Life says, I think if she goes, something will happen to her on the way, right? Before she gets there. So she never gets to confront them. it might not just be her, but many in order to look, but many in order to look like it wasn't them. Exactly. And that's literally what I had said. The plane is going to crash, like some Aaliyah type of shit, Mega Anton Mega. I think that's what it is. I'll be martyred. Martyred. Is that how you spell martyred? I'll be martyred for God soon. I'm so thankful. Is that how you spell martyred? I never spelled martyred. That's how you spell martyred? Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is just giving me a very bad feeling.
Thinks he was going to be killed tomorrow, and you guys are sitting on that information. So
you think you're going to be killed tomorrow and you still go. And then Candace thinks she's going to be killed also because she said she had death threats. So that's not me saying it. That's her saying it. She thinks she's going to be killed and she's going to go. And I'm not, I understand you don't want to just, hide away in your house. But if somebody said, yo, I got smoke for you, come to New York on Thursday. I'm not going to New York on Thursday if somebody is threatened to unalive me on Thursday in New York. I'm not going.
I'm the right person. Yeah. I'm the right person to sit across from you and to ask you questions. I say we do it tomorrow.
Y'all see that, right? She said, I'm the right person to sit across from you.
About the information that you have, about Charlie texting you guys and saying that he thought he was going to be assassinated that very next day. Okay. The day that he died, Charlie knew, said he thinks he was going to be killed tomorrow. And you guys are sitting on that information. So I'm the right person. Yeah. I'm the right person to sit across from you.
I'm the right person to sit across from you. Sit across from you.
And to ask you questions. I say we do it tomorrow. We don't need to plan for this. We don't need lawyers in between us, lawyer statements. It's not how I roll. Okay. I don't care about any of that. I want it to be authentic. Like I said, you can take the money. We can raise money live for this conversation. That is how badly the world is demanding it. So I accept it with whistles and bells, everything I fully accept. I say, let's do it tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. And my only ground rule is no assassinations. Okay. No assassinations, no funny business. You can't pretend you're going to do it. And then Candace died in a mysterious accident. Okay.
Okay. They're actively trying to ambush Candace Owens. This is not a joke. The live stream we announced on the show Wednesday has been set. It has not been set, according to Candace, at 4 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. local time on Monday, December 15th. A collection of Charlie's friends will respond to statements made by Candace Owens to set the record straight once and for all prior to opening of America Fest. We'll be live streaming from Charlie's Phoenix studio. Our offer from yesterday holds. If Candace wishes to join us in person, keyword, in Phoenix, she is welcome to do so. She can let us know by the end of today. So this is a number of tweets that was coming out. So shout out to Allie. Allie was in these tweets. What the heck? She is not seeing your faces in person. And then Diligent says, how effing weird to only accept her showing up in person at a specific time and location. Dog whistle is a crazy. Yeah, that definitely is a dog whistle. 1000%. Why have you set a date and time without even working with Candace and her scheduling? Why does she have to be in person? Fast forward a little bit. And right here, I don't know who needs to hear this again, but the person who blamed Charlie Kirk's murder is IHOP, was Charlie Kirk. I'm not going to name names, but I was told by someone close to Charlie Kirk that Charlie thinks blank will kill him if he turns against him. And it says blank donors play into the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro IHOP cause. And right here, she accused, but not on your terms, it seems.
Right, you guys, it's happening. It's happening. Everybody stay calm. After yesterday's episode where we went kind of for the jugular with Turning Point USA, because really, I think everybody in the entire world has had enough with the non-response, trying to move on, trying to gaslight us on answering basic details. So we just went for it. And guess what? Turning Point has moved to formally respond to all the things that we have said. And after a very long diatribe in which they wildly misrepresent the public and global investigation of Charlie Kirk's assassination, they at long last issued a public invitation or a challenge. I'm not sure what it is.
So we all know about that. I'm just going through the tweets, y'all. Since you know damn well that Candace lives in Tennessee and is a young mother of 4 children, surely you mean end of today at 4 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. local, blah, blah, blah. Y'all already know about it. I'm laughing so hard because you guys are preparing yourself for what she has said on her podcast or online. Yet, if you truly knew Candace, you'll know she's got, it said show more. Did I hit show more? Let's see. I think I hit show more. Maybe not. Charlie Kirk personally lobbied Trump against striking Iran. Let's do it online with a mediator. A mediator would be a mediator would be a great idea. All right, so that is it with that. So now I want to share some very damning information about your boy Blake Neff. All right, let's see. Let me share my screen. Everybody drop Go Max in the chat. Everybody drop Go Max in the chat. Everybody drop Go Max in the chat. Hold on. That's not it. No, don't leave this. Share. Let me do this. Everybody drop Go Max in the chat. I'm about to show you some very damning information about Blake Neff, because that's who we're mainly talking about. All right. So can y'all see my screen? Say yes, you can see my screen, or no. Say yes or no if you can see my screen. And keep saying Go Max in the chat also. Okay. So somebody sent me this. I'm not going to say their name because they don't want me to say their name. All right, so y'all can see it. Okay. So right here, another low-level behavior from Blake Neff. George Farmer's birthday is December 15th. We already talked about that. That's when you were supposed to debate George Farmer, a.k.a. Candace's husband. Top writer for Fox News host Tucker Carlson for 4 years been using a pseudonym to post bigoted remarks on an online forum that is a hotbed for racists and sexist. Blake Neff frequently posted in a place called Auto Admit. Are y'all familiar with this thing called Auto Admit? I've never heard of this before. On March 20th, Neff started another lengthy thread mocking a separate woman with whom she was connected on social media. I guess he knew her or something. The woman had posted about freezing her eggs, and Neff apparently found that worth whatever that is on the forum. He began posting about her in March of this year in a thread he titled Disaster. All right, so let's see what good old Blake Neff was saying. Neff had written racist and sexist comments under the pseudonym. Okay, we said that already. All right, the pseudonym, blah, blah, blah. All right, here are samples of the comments right here. It says, black dudes saying, black dudes staying inside playing Call of Duty is probably one of the biggest factors of keeping crime down. This is Blake Neff's words. Another one, he said, I wouldn't get LASIK from an Asian for free. So no, in response to a thread titled, would you let a black Congo Negro do LASIK eye surgery on you for 50% off? Y'all see that, right? He's talking about Asian people, he's talking about black people, and he called a black person the N-word. Another thing he said, honestly, given how tired black people always claim to be, maybe the real crisis is their lack of sleep. On June 26, referring to people calling for a name change for the NFL's Washington team. You know, they were the Redskins. Let's see. Amongst Neff's most telling posts are a reference of foodie. Oh, I don't even want to show that. Let me back. No, that's too much. All right. Expanded summary of Charles the 13th, which is Blake Neff. Repeated racist generalizations about black people, hostile remarks about Asian people, especially women. He repeatedly targeted Asian women and misogynistic insults, sexist posts targeting women broadly, just overall, derogatory comments about the LGBTQ community, attacks on migrants, posts mocking people based on mental health and disability. All this is Blake Neff. Let's see. Participation in threads encouraging harassment, comments alleging aligned with far right and extremist rhetoric. Let's see. And I want y'all to see this. It goes on and on and on and on and on. I want y'all to see this. It's still going. She sent me so much, it's ridiculous. It's still going, y'all. So I just wanted to show y'all how absolutely disgusting of a human being Blake Neff is. I like to show proof. I like to show receipts because I don't want to get sued by nobody. I don't want nobody saying that I'm making something up. Blake Neff is a whole piece of crap. Shout out to Dan Amoroso. About to buy your bulletproof card deck. Go Max. Everybody buy my card game, y'all. Everybody buy my card game. We've gotten about 12 people to buy the card game. Let's get to 20 people to buy my card game. Now, my mother-daughter card game, we are almost sold out. So I don't need a whole bunch of people buying the mother-daughter card game because we're almost sold out. And I don't want you to. So if you want to buy the mother-daughter card game, buy it, but you had to buy it like right now. To the pre-recorded people, y'all live, so y'all can still buy the card game. But if you're watching this and you did not catch the live, do not buy this game because it's most likely going to be sold out. Okay, but I still have the Diva Discussions card games. I still have these, so buy these. Do not buy these unless you're on the live stream. Because after the live stream, I'm going to be sold out. Shout out to Sarah. Yeah, Sarah Thomas. Didn't Erica have their Catholic priest friend come out the night before to pray over him because of the supposed curses they had about what? I don't know, had about something. Yes, I think it was a conversation that she had on stage, and she said that Charlie Kirk said, "I'm ready, come get me," or something like that. I got an idea what you're saying. But y'all, should Candace go? Is anybody out there that actually thinks Candace should go? It doesn't make sense for her to go. But does anybody think Candace should go? Somebody said maybe. I don't think Candace should go. All right, so before we go, I want to open the show up and see if anybody wants to come up. So I want to have some people come up. I'm dropping a StreamYard link. If anybody wants to come up, y'all can come up and let me know what y'all think about this. This is anybody in the Scooby-Doo group. This is anybody just watching. But I just dropped the link. If anybody wants to go, let me know and hit the link and I'll bring y'all up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the like button song and come back. And if anybody wants to come up, hit the link. The chat is going way too fast. Pull up, Allie. So I'm playing the like button song and I'm going to come back and hit the StreamYard link if you want to come up. Hit the StreamYard link if you want to come up and talk to me in person. Hit the StreamYard link if y'all want to talk to me in person. Hit the StreamYard link, y'all.
Everybody, everybody hit the like button. 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 If you got something to say, drop it in the comments. Don't be acting afraid. What? Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. If you got something to say, drop it in the comments. Don't be acting afraid. Drop your city in the chat.
Hey, I need to see y'all faces. Y'all, I'm not going to show your faces, but I need to see your face just to make sure you're not a crazy person. So I'm talking to the person that is, all right, cool. Just want to make sure. Okay.
Let me know you at, drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at, drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at, drop your city.
All right, we got Allie and we got Marsha. Hey.
Maria and ciao.
Oh, Maria. Okay. Hey. So, what are your thoughts on all of this, Maria?
Well, I believe that Mrs. Candace Owens is a warrior of the truth. Mm-hmm. I inform a lot of groups here in Costa Rica, and I have family and friends in Italy. So I do Italian version and Spanish version, and to make sure that our people in Italy and Costa Rica learn about this tragic event. It has been our beloved Charlie Kirk was executed. Mm-hmm. It was a political execution. I follow every day Candace Owens podcast, and Judge Giorgiani is informed about the case entirely. And so we advocate for Mrs. Candace not to go to the den of snakes that is toilet paper, TPUSA right now.
Yes.
Charlie Kirk and her inheritance we can carry out through Candace, through your podcast, through a beautiful man, a Catholic man, Baron Coleman, Ian. So through our Warriors of the Truth, if we keep advocating for the thorough investigation about Charlie Kirk's assassination, we want the responsibles in jail. Even if they don't hear us, God is hearing us. Charlie Kirk is hearing us. Yes. And I'm Team Candace because of her courage, a mom of 4 kids. And those snakes are asking her to go in person. God, what is the difference? I'm here from Costa Rica. I can ask Giorgio Gianni to be on a Pascal, but he's asleep now. But we can talk, we can discuss. She can do exactly the same thing that she would be alive. With the great difference that she will be safe.
Yes.
If anybody here is hearing me, has contact with Candace Owens, ask in the name of Judge Giorgiani not to go to where the snakes of TPUSA are. Okay.
Right.
God asks us to be warriors of the truth, but we have to be prudent. The Bible says you have to be astute as serpents. Okay. And they are serpents. Yes. Okay. So our bravery is not measured by being imprudent and go and risk our lives unnecessarily. No.
Right.
She can perfectly do a debate online, streamline. This is another. I'm glad that it's happening because we see how devious and pervert these guys are with this attitude towards Candace Owens. They're just telling us who was involved in our Charlie's assassination. So I'm glad for the opportunity to talk to you. I appreciate your insights, and we're Team Candace here. Okay.
We are Team Candace, and I appreciate you. I appreciate your passion, because that's why I wanted to have people come up, because I want other people to tell Candace don't go, and not just me.
Yes.
So I appreciate that. Allie, what do you got? What you got?
Sorry. Hi, everyone. Hi.
Hey.
Mattia. Is it Mattia from Costa Rica?
Maria.
Maria.
Like Mary. I'm a Catholic, like Candace. Maria is my name in honor of the Mother of Jesus.
I'm Catholic too. I was raised Catholic, and Charlie was heading that way, and the book bothers me quite. It boils my blood. The book, but that's one thing. The Blake. This is a major breaking news. I'm loving this live stream. Blake lying is number one, and he deleted it. I went to his ex. As soon as Barron went live with this, I went, oh my God, he's going to delete this. So I clipped Barron's, video. Shout out to Barron Coleman. Clipped his first video, and the second one showing the lie. And you just showed it today on your live stream. So you can delete whatever you want, Blake. And Andrew deleted it. Yeah, Andrew deleted it too. That video about them on the podcast coming out about quivering lips is off Twitter. It's off X. It's gone.
Wow.
It's gone. So now we got deleted sermons, and we got deleted, what do you want to call them? Toys R Us, guys? I don't know.
The thing about it is, this is an example of how scared they are of all of us. Like, shout out to Barron. Barron is so hot, where he shows something on his screen, everybody freaks out and they start deleting stuff. So shout out to Barron.
They're watching him. Every time Barron goes live, they're watching him.
Yep. But that shows how much power that we all have.
Yes.
We don't have to be Candace. We can just be ourselves and have the same type of power.
Yeah. And they're watching you because they know, because Barron shouted me out on his page. So they're watching me. They're watching you. So I'm already been shadow banned from X. And I can't even put Candace's name now. I don't know if you guys know this. I can't put her name. If I tag her, I get shadow banned. I get like, your reach is not going to get anywhere. That kind of thing.
Now you see why I'm not really on Twitter? Because
I thought Twitter. I thought it was the best app ever. Everybody was saying, and now I'm on there. I'm going, this is actually, you can't say nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. So got to remember, though, Elon made up with Trump. So the stuff's going down. Nick Fuentes, another one. He is pushing Candace to go. And me and Chris are like in this debate right now. I don't want her to go.
He hates
Chris wants her to go. My partner wants her to go.
Nick Fuentes hates Candace Owens.
He's called her
a bitch, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
He hates her.
Yeah. And he kind of like, now he's saying
wants her out of the way.
He kind of like after all this stuff, he's kind of like, sarcastically saying he likes her again and all.
No, he's lying. I want you to think about this. if something happens to Candace, Nick Fuentes is next.
Yep.
No, next to be at the top is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and Elon Musk doesn't want, like what Chris just said, doesn't want Fuentes in the way either. So, and I think the tweet that Elon said he was I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, F-E, he's a F-E-D, yeah, like he said that.
Yeah,
okay.
you say he's fed, yeah.
Okay, so Nick Fuentes said, Elon Musk tweeted out that Nick Fuentes is a Fed, and then Nick Fuentes says ratio, which means I'm more popular than you, Elon.
Or either both of us are feds.
Yeah, or that.
Or you are one too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want her to go. I think she can do it on a live stream, but I'm having a debate with Chris right now, and he's saying she has to go. And I'm
So
like,
what's up with Chris? Like,
I don't know. Here's Chris.
Chris, what's up, man? You want her to go?
She has no choice, bro. It's not whether I want her to go or think it's dangerous or safe. She has no choice in my mind but to go, or she loses credibility because she's been pushing for answers for 3 months. And if she gets a chance to do it, no matter how risky it is, she has to take it. And I'd like to remind people, her family is worth $300 million. They can buy the best trained soldiers in the world to escort her to this meeting.
No.
So the way I look at it, she can't refuse it, or she loses credibility and she'll look weak. I'm a big Candace supporter, but if you want to get the answers, you have to make them keep messing up. The way she messes them up is by going and showing up. And then I believe what's going to happen is they're actually going to try to debate, do something, but it's just going to be a whole bunch of the same crap that they've already said for the past 3 months. But in order to prove that they've got nothing, she has to show up. And that's
so
just...
let me say this, Chris. The most powerful thing that can happen is for Candace Owens to make it to 2026. I don't see that, and that's the thing we have to understand. We all think there's this one event that has to happen for everything. No, I never believed in that. I don't believe in one thing happening, boom, we made it. There is no we made it. There is no one single event that's going to make us into something. No.
I agree. I totally agree.
Staying alive.
I disagree. Do you want to be alive and free or alive and a slave?
How are you a slave? First of all,
you got to fight this, man. See, I believe something different than a lot of you guys.
How though? There's different ways to fight.
No, there isn't, man. There's one with your fists. You can't fight with your lips. So
what?
You fight with your fists. You don't fight by kissing people, bro.
But she can't fight.
Yes, she can.
With her fist?
No.
Chris.
Okay, you guys don't want to gang up on me, no problem. But I want a chance to at least say what I want to say.
Go ahead.
Right?
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
basically, I want to just address the whole Nick Fuentes thing. First of all, they're trying to push J.D. Vance to be president. He is struggling. The America First movement is taking over. Right? Yeah. So that means in order for this to work, Elon has to suck up to Vance if he wants to be his vice president, and they're going to need Nick's fan base. Nick took the youth fan base after Charlie died. No matter what, you got to include him somehow. So I expect there to be a little bit of a back and forth there. But like this is the way it is, man. And we're all talking about Bible. Here, how about this quote? You got to walk through the valley of the shadow of death and fear no evil. She's in a game where you're fighting with swords, basically. And if you want to be able to walk with your faith, you got to be able to go through the shadow of the valley of death, man. It's in the Bible. Right? And if you have faith and you are a righteous person, you will be protected by God. She believes this. Candace believes this.
Here's my answer.
Like when you get into such a dangerous game like politics, where your words can literally kill people and you voice what you do voice, then you have to be prepared to have some kind of danger surround your life.
So here's my answer to that. There was no valley of the shadow. There was no internet during the valley of the shadow of death. Now you can go through the valley of the shadow of death through the internet. So YouTube has a valley of the shadow of the death feature. It's called StreamYard. So she can go through the valley of the shadow of death through StreamYard just like this. So right now, I can hit a button and we can be in a valley of the shadow of death right now. So she can do all that valley of the shadow of death mess right here online. Because what is it? Wait, aren't I talking to you right now, Chris? What is the difference between me in your face and me talking to you right now? It's the same thing. Am I wrong, Chris?
No, it's not. And that's what I'm trying to stress to you. In face is what needs to happen here. And
why?
Why? Because it's the only thing that's respected.
What?
You respect somebody.
Internet is more respected than in person.
He's talking about TPUSA and all the allegations that we had to talk about this. All the allegations that she has put up on the table and she's been talking about for 3 months. The only way they're going to do it is in person, and she has to respect that. That's his interpretation. Also, Nick Fuentes has posted something very damning on Candace's part. She was at a party yesterday, a Christmas party.
Okay.
It just came out now on X.
So how terrified of your safety are you?
She's out galloping around at a party.
She went to a party with Tucker Carlson, man.
Last night.
What does that mean? I'm confused.
Well, she's not afraid of her safety really that much if she's going out partying. And
I didn't say she can't go out and party. Like what? What's wrong with going to a damn party?
Well, if she has a death threat from the president of what, right? So
okay, so y'all expected this woman to just be stuck in the house for the rest of her life?
No, didn't say that. So
what y'all saying?
What he's saying is, I don't want her to go. But Chris says she has to. We're talking about the in-person thing, and we're just, me, you, and Chris, we're just debating this now, okay? There's no need to everybody get excited here.
Honestly, I don't think she should. I don't think she should go. But I also feel like she's got no choice. Because if she doesn't go, nothing gets solved, nothing gets answered, and we continue the same slow spiral of shit for the next how many months?
He's talking about like the breadcrumbs. It's going to just keep being breadcrumbs.
It's just nothing. Nothing will get solved. Nothing big will happen. No new
It's
answers.
okay. Okay. I want you to think about this, Chris. If she goes, is somebody going to go to prison?
You don't know that.
We don't know.
We don't know that. We have no idea what will happen.
Nobody's going to prison if
you can't say that, brother. You can't say that. You don't know for sure.
What I'm saying is that's the number one thing that I want.
That's what everybody wants.
I feel like my influence or my contribution of influence got Diddy put in prison. Y'all remember when Diddy was in jail? He went to court and all this other stuff.
Yes, yes.
I think my contribution to the influence and just being on social media, we influenced the jury to say he was guilty. Because regardless of what, you can't sit here and think a jury is not looking at YouTube. That's a lie. That you're gonna be talking to people, they can tell you what to do and what not to do. You're a human. So my influence, along with hundreds of other people's influence, is the reason why Diddy is in prison right now. So our influence on social media means more than going to see somebody in person. We matter, bro. And I guess you old school. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Chris, maybe you're old school and you may not understand or know the power of social media, of how it can literally change an economy. It can change an election, and it definitely can get somebody put in prison, Chris. So we need her safe so we can eventually get them put in prison.
Yeah, because January is the trial.
Yeah, but if she dies, it's over. Who we got? Barron?
Yeah, Barron's great and everything, but
it would be.
We like Barron, but Barron is not. Ian is not Candace. Barron is not Candace. I am not Candace.
Yes.
I'd also just like to point out the only reason why the internet brought down Diddy is because there was a crap load of evidence. Right now, there
wasn't. That's the reason why he only got 50 months, because it actually wasn't evidence. I actually thought, because I covered the Diddy case from beginning to end, and I was talking about the traffic lights of the tadpoles. That did not come up in the case at all. Not one bit. No child, no tadpole, no nothing. But he still went to prison.
I don't want to talk about Diddy. I'm not going there.
I get it. But
I'm
I'm
not going
saying,
there. Right now, I'm just talking about Candace and my opinion, and I appreciate everybody's opinions. I appreciate Chris's. I understand. I see his point on, like, because TPUSA is probably old school. I don't know if they're who's running the show there, telling Blake to read this or tweet this on X. But I feel that she shouldn't go. I get the reasoning why it should be in person, but at this point, there's a couple of things that are bothering me. The time that they want her to go, and the tweet she said earlier about 9 whatever, and what's happening the second week of that. And it's America Fest, right? That's another one. Everybody's going to be there. And I in my gut, and women have this. Women have that more than men. Sorry, we do. We have that internal gut that just feels like it's not right.
right.
And there's also a holiday that starts that week. Does anybody know in the chat? Because there is somebody that said that earlier. There's a holiday. It starts that week. Okay, I everything tells me no. But Chris is telling me she has to. I'm like, and he doesn't want her to go.
How about this? How about this, Chris? How about me and you go?
He went outside to have a cigarette. He's so like he wants her to go because he says he's just going to look like a fool, and he doesn't want her to go, but she has to go in a way where she's completely protected. And I said, well,
She can't be protected. There's another country trying to unalive her. A country.
Exactly. Yep.
You cannot get protected from a freaking country.
Yep. But then here, it's like an ego thing. I don't know. Like I told Chris, I'm like, you were the one who told me that the Foreign Legion is the most, oh my God, it's so bad. She's in complete danger. And now you're saying she should go. So me and him had a huge discussion regarding this. And it's a lot of the Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes has been pushing her last night and this morning. He won't stop. You have to go. You have to. So it's getting, I don't know what she's going to say today. My gut says no. And I'm going to keep with my first instinct, which is no.
Oh, somebody just sent me something. I already got that already. But I think me and Chris needs to go.
What are you going to bring? You got lasers? Man, I don't know why he's so upset. He just she has to go. Is it an ego thing?
I don't know. But no. See, okay. Here's another thing. Is Chris back?
No, he's having a cigarette.
I want to argue with Chris. See, the thing about it is, Candace is a woman. We're men. Me and Chris can go. I'll be ready. Let's go. I come down like an action figure on the ass.
Look like a Mortal Kombat figure or something. Finish him.
Blake, come out and play. I have something for the asses.
That's a good screenshot right there.
What?
Yeah, that one. I like that. Oh, do that again. Do that again. It looks like an X, like for X. Yeah, that looks great. X isn't where it is, man.
But no, at the end of the day, Candace is a woman. And our jobs as men is to protect women and children.
Yep.
We cannot have that thought process alone. It says for Candace not to come.
Yeah.
Because she's a woman. A woman cannot show up and speak for the rest of us.
Yep.
She's still a woman. She's a mother of 4. No. There's no way in hell she can.
Saying that you said yesterday that I don't want to be a part. I don't want to go. I don't want to be a part of this stuff because it's like, I wouldn't go if I was her. So you can't now say that to him because he's going to be like, oh, really? You said you didn't want to be a part of this.
No, I said if I was her, I'm not her.
So we all go down there.
Yeah, I'm not her. I'll go there as Mr. Let Go, not as Candace Owens. They ain't trying to set me up.
Yeah.
I'll just go and just be there. I think it'll be fun.
This is absolutely crazy. I don't even know what.
So y'all, do y'all think we should go? Say yes or no in the chat. What do y'all think in the chat? Do y'all think we should go? Where is America Fest? Is in Arizona, right?
Yeah, Phoenix, Arizona. I don't know how far it is from TPUSA, but they're both in the same place. So it could be like a 20-minute drive or something.
Come on, y'all. Yes or no? Yes or no in the chat. Let's see. I'll look up some plane tickets because it's the 15th. Let's see.
It's going to be more expensive. It's the month of December.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Oh, man. No, Candace has to pay our flights.
Hold on, I'm finna see. I don't think it's going to be a lot of money. It's dumb Phoenix. Nobody goes no Phoenix. Let's see. It's the what is it? 15th?
The 15th he wants her there, yeah. I don't know when. I could have been incorrect. I don't know exactly. Does anybody know when America Fest starts? When's the first day?
So I'm going to say from the 14th to the 16th because I have no idea. I'm just putting something in there. Let's see. Flight from Atlanta to Phoenix is loading. $300.
Oh, that's not too bad. Is that one way?
Yeah, that ain't bad.
That's one way.
No, that's round trip.
Oh,
no, it's round trip.
Oh, good.
Because yeah, I can go out there and yeah, I can get some. What?
Don't say what you got. Well, you just said. Don't say anything.
I could get some stuff done.
Get the cruise. Get the cruise ready.
Yeah, I know some somebody in out that way. I can kind of like look something up.
Chris is kind of old school. Like when you have to solve the problem, you got to solve it like this. That's what he's trying to say. And he's not saying it any other way because I don't know.
Even though I agree with that, there's not a problem. Going there is not going to solve the problem, Chris.
Yeah.
It's not solving anything. It's addressing it. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? There's no solving this problem with going there. There's addressing the problem by going there. It's a difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's $300, $400 round trip, depending on the time and all this other stuff. I would say $300 to $500.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. That might be fun to go out there.
I'm just seeing what day it starts. It says the America Fest conference will be held December 18th to the 21st in Phoenix Convention Center.
The 18th?
Yeah, like it was the 14th. Like, what's going on? Let me look at the schedule. Oh, you can get tickets too. Schedule. That's odd. Did they change it? Something. She's gonna say something today for sure on her live stream.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
They
but yeah,
definitely changed it. They changed it.
They changed it to the 18th.
They changed it. Yep. It starts tentative agenda Wednesday 17th, early check-in, Thursday 18th, conference check-in, 19th, conference check-in, breakouts, general session. Yeah, so it starts basically the 18th.
And I have my bulletproof car games in my shirt.
So they changed it. Okay.
Yeah. And somebody says, Charlie realized too late that he was trapped. He knew that he was going to be offed. Charlie texts, they're going to blank me tomorrow. Why did he go then? Can y'all explain that?
Yeah, he knew a lot, but he
Is
didn't
it
like you said before, and you said it, and Chris said it.
is it some
Charlie
Chris
knew, and he
type of
didn't do
stuff?
it.
Like, you gotta go. Is it like that, you think?
Yeah, and he didn't do anything.
What do you mean? So you
No,
think
you were saying, okay, so you were saying, what day was it?
no,
I
I'm
don't
saying
remember what.
why did Charlie Kirk go if he knew he was going to get unalived? I'm saying, is it some Chris type of stuff like, oh, you gotta go?
No, he didn't say it. He even said he was like what you said. He was kind of dumb not saying it out loud, like more stuff before he went. So why he went?
Yeah.
I don't.
See, I don't believe in. See, do you remember the movie 300?
Yeah.
I'm not doing all that. No, I like to be strategic. I'm not going in there with 300 men against 3,000 people and ain't nobody got no gun. I'm not doing it. I'm not going. I'm going to strategically figure out how to do this in another way where we don't die. I'm not going to no damn burning house.
I'm sticking to my main thing. It's Gregory. They want her in person, you know? That's yeah. I'm sticking with the Gregory thing. It's leading, my mind is leading that way.
Yeah. That's I don't know. Cause it's like a trick still. Cause what if it's not like that? What if they saying is like that, and then she get there and then put some over her head? It's like, oh no, she's a mother.
Remember what? Everything hits you differently when you watch it again. So I was watching the Brian Harpool, Sean Ryan show thing. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We were laughing about it and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. He said something about JFK. I don't want this to be another JFK. I don't want this to be another JFK.
Yeah.
Well, it is. You want, basically, that's what they want. They're tricking us, so we'll never find out.
Yeah.
Who killed him?
They don't want us to find out. They want it to be just like all the other assassinations where we never know. And we're not doing it no more.
Do you see how he said that? It was just weird that he said that.
Yeah. Because in their minds, in these idiots' minds, they think, well, we can just off anybody we want to. They can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And it's starting to look like we can do something about it, and they're scared.
Correct.
Because we're going to get somebody put in prison, just like we got Diddy put in prison. Diddy is in prison because of us, y'all. We got power.
Wow.
So, yeah. But I'm about to grab something to eat.
Yeah.
And, well, yeah, I didn't even went to the gym. I got to go to the gym and then go get something to eat. I intermittent fast. Some people watching know this. Hold on.
So do I.
Yeah, so I don't eat until after my live streams a lot of times. Mr. Let Go, the link for StreamYard is not visible. By mistake, I disconnected. Oh, I'm about to end the I'm about to end the show now. So well, thank you for being here, being on Maria. But we about to get off now. And
well, let's see if anything happens tonight, and if it's sorry.
Yeah,
go
if
ahead.
yesterday's live stream was any good, I would have went back live, but she didn't talk about nothing last night.
Yeah.
So if her 5 o'clock live stream is crazy, got some crazy information, me and Allie will be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chris.
And Chris.
He's taking a breather.
Yeah.
I think he wants to go down there. He can't take this anymore.
Yeah, tell Chris, like, let's go. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, I don't want him to go to jail.
We'll go to jail together, me and Chris.
You don't even know what he can do. Oh my God.
We'll be back to back fighting people in jail. Like, come on. You know?
Oh, don't mess with Chris. No mess with Mr. Let Go, guys. I would all team up together. Can you imagine? All go down there?
The whole Scooby-Doo squad go down there. In a van.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
That would be hilarious if we rent
we rent
Scooby-Doo looking type of van. And
we can rent a school bus or something.
Not a school bus. No, it got to be a van.
A party bus. I mean,
A party bus? That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. I can drive it. I got a B license. I can drive it. I got a bus license.
But yeah, we'll see what happens on Candace Live. And if Candace says something, because she just be dropping breadcrumbs. If she just hits us with something, we'll go back live this evening for sure.
All righty. Thanks for having me.
All right. So see you later.
See you later.
All right. All right, y'all. So I will most likely go live this evening if Candace says something, but sometimes Candace be babbling. She be sorry. You give Candace a conversation about the little stupid planes, she's gonna start babbling. So she says anything about a plane, I'm probably not even gonna look at it. Like she loves, I think she played with airplanes when she was little because she loves babbling about planes. So if she's gonna talk about planes, she's gonna be like blah 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 blah. But if it ain't about planes, it's gonna be something good. So shout out to Candace, but I think planes brings out her inner child, and she just starts babbling for an hour about some goddamn planes that nobody cares anything about. But shout out to Candace. We're gonna watch her live in 2 hours, and if she says some pertinent stuff, we will be back live. So I will talk to y'all later. And before y'all go, make sure to get your Deeper Discussions card game, and or make sure to drop a Cash App if you want to support the channel. I did not get one Cash App. I got 14 card games sold. So thank y'all for buying card games. Remember, this is the one to buy. I'm almost sold out on this one because I don't want anybody being like, where's my card game? So buy this one right here, the green one. Let's see. But yeah, drop a Cash App if you want to buy me lunch. Drop a Cash App if you like me. If you don't like me, don't buy Cash App. I mean, don't send a Cash App. But if y'all like me, if y'all care about me, send a Cash App. Because guess what? Me and Chris and Allie may possibly go to whatever the hell is going on in Arizona. So drop a Cash App to support the mission, support the mystery van, support the mystery team. Drop a Cash App if y'all want to. And I appreciate it if y'all do. And if y'all don't, cool, no problem. All right, y'all have a good rest of y'all day, and we may be back around 8 o'clock this evening. Melissa says she's going too. Send me a DM, Melissa.